Welcome to AAUP-WSU's video regarding the Fact Finder's Report recommendation for Fall 2018. The purpose of this video is to explain in detail the AAUP-WSU Executive Committee's recommendation on the Fact Finder's Report that came in on Monday, October 29, 2018. In terms of the recommendation, the AAUP-WSU Executive Committee recommends that faculty vote to reject the Fact Finder's Report for a couple of reasons. Number one, the report was overwhelmingly negative for faculty. The report found in favor of faculty only on maintaining the current standards for continuing NTE appointments and the determination of merit pay. The fact finder decided in favor of the administration or board regarding retrenchment, workload, health care, furloughs, summer teaching rights, and raises. So, the rest of this video is going to summarize the articles that went before the fact finder, and the summaries will include page references to the report. So let's begin with the summary of the retrenchment article. The fact finder's recommendation reads as follows. It would seem beneficial to the parties, based on the current impact of the Senate Bill 6 scoring, that component, the SB 6 score of 2.4, be included in the existing criteria that includes fiscal exigency, significant reduction in enrollment over 4 or more academic semesters, and the discontinuation of a college, department, or program. In addition, the fact finder reduced the review period from 60 to 30 days and gave new power to the president in the retrenchment process. What this means is that these recommendations would make tenure and continuing appointments meaningless immediately. So let's move on to workload. The fact finder's recommendation on workload reads as follows. Here, the current financial state the university, for various reasons, finds itself in provides compelling reasons wherein the determination of workload is viewed as an inherent management right. Basically, this makes null and void our workload agreement memorandum of understanding and gives administration total control over how many courses any individual faculty member teaches. If we accept this fact finder's report, we are conceding to them a new management right. Next up is healthcare. The fact finder's recommendation on healthcare reads as follows. The overwhelming evidence of record concerning the financial picture for this university warrants, even on a temporary basis for the duration of this contract, drastic and immediate changes in the way in which this particular benefit is handled for this specified duration. Given the difficulty in implementing any plan on a university-wide basis, the implementation date for this recommendation be January 1st, 2019, and run for the duration of the contract as recognized and proposed by the university. What this does is it gives Wright State faculty the healthcare plan imposed on the staff. This is the worst in the state. This gives the administration and the board, however, the right to impose additional changes with 60 days notice. The fact finder's proposal takes away our right to bargain over healthcare. The next article is furloughs. The fact finder's recommendation on furloughs reads as follows. The number of days subject to this recommendation includes 2 cost-saving days / furlough days per semester. These furlough days amount to an annual 2% pay cut for faculty. The next article is summer teaching assignments. The fact finder's recommendation reads as follows. The parties adopt the university's proposal with respect to Article 7. What this does is it gives the administration and board the right to deny summer teaching to bargaining unit faculty. The next article is raises. The fact finder's recommendation on raises reads as follows. There be no wage increases for the duration of the contract. Also, he recommends no increases and/or decreases in minimum salaries for the duration of the contract. What this means is that there is no money to offset the losses that we will take in healthcare, furloughs, summer teaching assignments, and the real cut in pay that we will all experience due to inflation. The next article is the NTE promotion article. The fact finder's recommendation on NTE promotion reads as follows. Given the manner in which certain other issues at impasse have been addressed in this report, wherein such affords the university more drastic measures to implement, there seems to be no compelling reason to recommend the university's proposal in this regard. As such, the recommendation of the status quo is supported. So, the requirements for continuing appointments for NTE faculty will remain the same. The next article is merit pay. The fact finder's recommendation on merit pay reads as follows. As such, a recommendation for the status quo is hereby recommended. So he did not give the administration total control of merit pay. The final article is early retirement. The fact finder's recommendation on early retirement reads as follows. It is hereby recommended the parties agree in principle to the concept of offering early retirement to those who may be interested, however, subject to the parties reaching some kind of agreement with respect to the framework of such a program. So basically, the fact finder has left this to the parties to negotiate. So once again, the recommendation of AAUP-WSU's Executive Committee, and it was a unanimous recommendation, is that faculty vote to reject the fact finder's report because the fact finder's recommendations negatively affect faculty and our ability to do our jobs, and the fact finder was clearly influenced by the hyperbolic statements made by the administration's labor attorney. These statements were then walked back by President Schrader and members of the board at the most recent Board of Trustees meeting. So we have some final notes for you. Note number 1. Late on October 28th, which was Sunday evening, the night before the fact finder's report was due, the administration and board's attorney notified the union's attorney that they wanted an extension of the voting period and that they would hold hostage our right to vote electronically if we did not agree. This is the reason why voting will now be open through 5 p.m. on Wednesday, November 7th. Remember, it is in our best interest to certify our vote to the Ohio State Employment Relations Board before the most likely Board of Trustees meeting, which is possibly Friday, November 9th. The second note is about the fact finder's report itself. When you read the actual fact finder's report, the phrase successor collective bargaining agreement means the new CBA. Which leads me to note number 3. You should have received the fact finder's report already and a summary of the tentatively agreed articles attached in the email sent on Monday, October 29th. Please read them carefully before voting. The AAUP-WSU will be holding chapter meetings to discuss the report. The first meetings will be on Tuesday, October 30th. The main campus meetings will be from 2 to 4 in 120 Med-Sci, and the late campus meeting will be in 224 Dwyer from 2 to 4 p.m. On Wednesday, October 31st, the main campus meeting will be from 1:30 to 3:30 in 157 Student Union or the Atlantis Room, and on late campus, the meeting will be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in 224 Dwyer. When it comes to voting, voting begins at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, October 31st, and it will end at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, November 7th. Remember, if you vote to accept the report, it becomes the new contract. Also, if you don't vote at all on the report, you are essentially voting to accept the report as the new contract. If you vote to reject the report, AAUP-WSU and the administration/board go back to the bargaining table. Remember that the AAUP Executive Committee would only call for a strike if the administration and board imposed their last, best, and final offer. If you need more information, please contact AAUP by going to the AAUP-WSU website at aaup-wsu.org, by contacting your department liaison, and by attending one of the report meetings on Tuesday, October 30th and Wednesday, October 31st.